The voice of the young people plays an essential role in combating corruption, bringing fresh outlooks, fresh insights, innovative thinking, and much appreciated advocacy for possible and sustainable development. With this, I'm pleased to welcome to this discussion our last speaker in this segment, Mr. Riba Ibrahim from Lebanon, member of the Youth LED Advisory Board of UNODC's GRACE initiative, and as I already emphasized and mentioned myself, a great anti-corruption Sherpa, a practitioner in your own country. Serena, thanks very much for being with us. Please, the mic is yours.
Mrs. Ghada Wali, Executive Director of the UNODC, Your Excellency Mr. Alexander van der Bellen, President of the Federal Republic of Austria, esteemed representatives of nation-states, and distinguished guests. I would like to begin by expressing my heartfelt gratitude for the privilege of speaking on behalf of the UNODC Youth-led Board and representing the voices of young people who are at the forefront of the anti-corruption fight in their nations and countries. It is a tremendous responsibility that I carry standing before you today to convey their concerns, demands, and aspirations for the future they dream of, a future in which integrity, respect for human rights, and justice are not just ideals, but the norms we collectively strive to uphold. The Youth-led Board of the GRACE Initiative has been diligently engaged in the past year in drafting recommendations, shaping policies, and influencing important discussions at various international conferences and events, from which the COSP10, the ECOSOC Youth Forum, European Youth Events, and many more. We also contributed to the development of a policy guide for anti-corruption agencies worldwide to meaningfully engage youth in their work. Furthermore, we supported the organization of Coding for Integrity, the biggest anti-corruption hackathon in Qatar, in addition to other hackathons in Latin America and West Africa. As you all know, the fight against corruption is not an easy one. It's a solitary battle that demands unwavering consistency, discipline, and relentless spirit of perseverance. Moreover, knowledge exchange play a key role in the quest to stay ahead of the ever-evolving integrity and governance challenges we face. Therefore, the establishment of a strong network of talented individuals united by a common purpose as the GRACE Youth-led Board is crucial to provide support and inspiration for youth anti-corruption heroes who are suffering from the dreadful impacts of corruption and are facing immense pressure to put their integrity for sale in order to survive. While having a strong network of like-minded individuals is necessary for our cause, we must also recognize that the fight against corruption is the responsibility of everyone, as mentioned in the preamble of the UNCAC, and should be a cross-generational, multidisciplinary, and transnational battle that must be led at the global level and fought relentlessly at the local level, if I may call it glocal. Hence, it is with hope and determination that we emphasize how much we need all of you to help us build a world in which integrity, justice, and peace prevail. As we recently celebrated the UN Day 2023, and as the United Nations came into existence from the ruins of world wars in response to humanity's longing for enduring peace, and it was primarily created to serve the people, I strongly urge you to first acknowledge that we cannot separate the anti-corruption agenda from the human rights agenda. They are both mutually reinforcing and hold essential components of good governance, fairness, and societal well-being. The UNCAC underscores the importance of preventing and combating corruption to protect the fundamental rights and dignity of individuals, ensuring their right to life, freedom, and security, which is the core of Article 3 and 5 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Second, recognized that corruption is not only the abuse of public position for private gain, it is also the misuse of power in all its forms and abuse of trust for harmful purposes at the expense of national and global well-being. Therefore, addressing only corruption is not enough. We are obliged to hold accountable and bring to justice everyone disrupting security and stability and jeopardizing the safety of individuals. Third, work on healing divisions and promoting peace and the rule of law. Because without peace and rule of law, all the efforts we are making to advance on Agenda 2030 and specifically SDG 16 will be in vain. These pillars are the bedrock upon which human dignity and prosperity are built. Fourth, we need you to stand with us for the future that we all deserve. We, youth of the Grace Initiative, have witnessed how corruption kills in our different contexts and are trying every day to build a future in which anti-corruption education and justice literacy is mandatory in schools and universities, in which whistleblowers' protection mechanisms are efficient and safe, and legal support is provided to every young activist in need. Youth efforts are recognized and their recommendations are adopted in national and international treaties and agreements. And youth are put at the forefront of the human rights and anti-corruption fight because a lot of work has been done for them at the background. In conclusion, let us unite our efforts to ensure that no youth loses faith in humanity. The generations that grow up in the shadows of war, systemic corruption, and undergo profound loss without anyone to defend them or champion their cause serve as a very harsh reminder of humanity's failure. Because not only corruption can be deadly, silence kills too. It's our collective duty to safeguard the lives of these young souls in conflict-ridden regions who are fighting for their very survival. As I acknowledge and fully embrace the weight of the responsibility I hold today, I would not deserve to stand before you and talk on behalf of young anti-corruption and human rights leaders without demanding an immediate ceasefire and the protection of the children and youth of Gaza. As emphasized earlier, UNCAC must be and must collaborate closely with other vital international conventions, including the Convention of Human Rights and Conventions of the Rights of Child, which states in Article 6 that every child has inherent right to life and state parties should ensure to the maximum extent possible the survival and development of children. Failing to protect their lives today will lead to more conflict, more hatred, heightened instability, and more corruption in our world tomorrow. Let history remember us as the ones who actively fight for what is right and just, who pass every test of human consciousness, who are guardians of integrity and human dignity, and courageously do what is needed to protect the lives of youth, children, and every human on this planet. And if we fall short of leaving this legacy, be sure that history will never forgive us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Serena, for airing with us the voice of the youth. And it is not by coincidence that the corruption chapter is enshrined also in the SDGs, in goal 5 of target 5 of goal 16, which is all about peace, justice, and strong institutions.